Hello, this is Sir William Esquire meeting you. Well, not meeting you, but here you're here to meet me at Buckingham Palace. I just become a knight, and I am now Sir William Esquire. Ha ha! And here with King Charles, we're just having a bit of a meeting and a bit of tea and talk here, and here's Camilla and. Uh, that's wonderful, Camilla. It's wonderful, my king. Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, the peasants. Yes, the peasants. The peasants. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, hey, you see, you folks are probably wondering what's going on here. What's going on in this thing? It is that I'm celebrating with King Charles and Camilla here. That now I'm a knight, and we're going to be working side by side with Dark Milo. We have a project involved that is going to really help improve his life. And, he has been such a wonderful father, and I think that this is going to be a great thing. Oh, well, I better get back to, you know, get back and have to Mr. Pennypacker. That was wonderful. You see that, Dark Milo? Oh, Mr. Pennypacker. He's met with the king. He's met with the horse face. Oh, the was it the Queen Horse Face or something? No, it's the Queen Horse Face. Yes, that's very correct. That's correctus el mundo. Yes, that's very quite correct. Yeah, I'm very quite proud of Sir William Esquire. You know, he said he's going to be working with you, and so yeah, he's going to be working as my personal lab assistant, and well, are you being very careful? He's extremely powerful. He's more powerful than me or anybody else I ever knew, and I'm not going to tell you why. You know, I accidentally kind of did the other episode. But listen, he's really tough customer. Okay, so oh, I always understand Sir William. He's always been a very much an ally, and he's a son to me, and that's great. What was? I wonder what Billy and Curly Joe were up to. I don't know. I'll give him a call. Boop 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 boop. Oh, hello there, Mr. Pennypacker, Dark Milo. How's it going, numbskull? You getting ready for the game or stuff? Yeah. Yeah, me and Curly Joe here, we're getting ready. You ready, Curly? Getting ready for the game? Yeah, I love the game. Good game. Game good. Love games. He's really motivated. Oh, I wish he was like my William. He was just so smart and so intelligent. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, that's some motivation. You know, maybe in a lot of ways that maybe Curly Joe was really the ideal sidekick for Glenn Farfinger. You know. Oh, he's something. He is great. He's pretty good. I'm very happy this has all worked out in the better. We got a new scientific assistant and well, mastermind brain on this ship, and And then Glenn gets Curly Joe, and it's just really what matters, you know. And you're still just ahead on the shelf. As long as you're just ahead on the shelf, I feel very proud to have you around, Dark Mile. Oh, yeah, there's setbacks. There's definitely setbacks with this one, but at least you're happy to have me on the shelf. Oh, don't figure your way. If you had a body again, I would be out to destroy you. We'll see about that. What was that? What was that? You just said something? I just said, I coughed. Now, wait a minute here. I call shenanigans on that one. You don't have a lungs. Wait, how are you talking? We got a continuity issue here. Oh no, that's the thing with Saturn Ground Productions. There's always some kind of shenanigans and continuity issues all over the place. You know, I'm just a really strange writer. I just struggle with this stuff, folks. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, Dark Milo, don't push yourself so hard. But it is really the hard questions, like how the hell am I talking without lungs to push air up through me and all this? This is a lot of scientific questions. We got problems here, but nah, don't worry about it. No one really watches this show, so no, you don't need to really take things that hard. Okay, Glenn and Curly Joe, you guys go ahead and play your video game. Okay, Joe, we are watching from SummerSlam, a four-way ladder match between the Undertaker, The Rock, Cactus Jack, Mankind, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh yeah, we got to be really cool, man. This ladder match, man. Yeah, it's a real humdinger of a match. Cracky, cracky, crackies. I haven't said cracky, crackies in a while. We've been going under hard times on this show lately, and it's been hard to find the old Glenn Farfinger. I found him. He's right here. Hey, you found me, Joe. That's a good guy. You found me, Joe. Now we're having a WWE Championship from '98 to 2002, and having a good old SummerSlam here in Orlando, Florida. I thought that. Remember what Dusty Rhodes said about No, it was Terry Funk. He said about Florida crackers. What? Joe, I don't think the algorithm's gonna like that. Uh, yes, Terry Funk said a lot of things. There was a time in America you could say a lot of things, and now, no. Now, you gotta say this is probably the best version of The Rock I've ever seen in a video game. I know a person could say, well, yeah, why don't you find an error accurate one, with hair and no tattoo and, he's, whatever. And it's like, yeah, but this version, you get the unique commentary, you get all that. I mean, they must have spent half the game's budget on The Rock because they heard the complaints about the year before where The Rock didn't look like him, and they just sort of went crazy, and they really sculpted the hell out of him in this one. So I don't think there's a problem. The only problem with 23 is there's no Stone Cold Steve Austin. So you know what that means. You got to go to the community creations, which is fine, but then the announcers aren't going to recognize that Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's kind of nice to have that additional background commentary, but sometimes you get what you get. You're never going to get in a 2K game. You're never going to get Baron von Rushke. You're never going to get Wow, in most cases you may not get Dusty Rhodes. I know that seems kind of crazy, but maybe in past games like Legends of WrestleMania. Yes, oh yes, you get the polka dot Dusty Rhodes. You get the he's American. Curly Joe, sing it. Here's American dream. Hey, come man, come what he can. Here's a come man. Come again. He's a coming man. Doing what he can. He's the American dream. American dream. It's American dream. Dream. American dream. Ah, that's the full thing. I didn't like the high notes. Oh, that hurt. Oh, I hope it didn't hurt you at home. Now we see here got Undertaker on the bike and very attitude era, very I can tell you WWE felt like it was like the biggest thing in the world at one point, like especially when the top card was like Undertaker, Austin, Mick Foley, Triple H, Austin. But there was a little while when even Austin wasn't around because of his neck problems and back problems, and I think he was getting some work done, surgery work, and so there was a little while where things were a little thin, but you still had the but even Undertaker, I think there was a few times where he was gone for a while because they said he had some like injuries with his back and knees and stuff. And there's actually a 10-hour, this is nuts, with Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson, where they just talk about the back history of the Undertaker and all his events, and they go for all the like the Observer Meltzer papers and stuff, and that's really cool. And there's the belt. Here comes Stone Cold. I think 2K22 has got some very nice graphics, but the only reason I got 23 is because of the war games. I was pretty. You need to understand, Mr. Pennypacker was pretty much like he bought it pretty much weeks later because he was pretty much not quite. He wasn't convinced. He told me that like even like the pre-order stuff wasn't nothing was selling to him. Like really, you're selling like the main character you're selling to me for this game is a rapper called Bad Bunny? Like, I'm sorry, I know we're kind of boomers, but we're not in any rappers named Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny? I never heard of a Bad Bunny. I've seen the bunnies in the backyard, sometimes they like tease the ducks and oh, I guess that would be a Bad Bunny. But I mean, like I'm just saying, Mr. Pennypacker was right. I mean, like really, is there any kind of incentive here? Like oh, you could get an alternative John Cena. Like, why do we care? John Cena amongst us smart marks, we were not really we're not fans of him, and although a lot of times my issue with him wasn't so much he was awful or anything, he wasn't. He was fine. But the problem is he was being booed, and Vince McMahon didn't want him to turn into a heel. And Vince is like that. Like sometimes, like I was listening to the history of. I guess Shawn Michaels at one point was really over, and Vince was like, "I'm never turning him babyface." And then all of a sudden he says, after WrestleMania 11, we got ourselves a babyface, and and he was getting mad at them because like they weren't being vocal enough or something, and it's like, and they were really shocked because they were trying to convince him. Although, wait, did Shawn Michaels even draw well? No. I mean, yeah, I'm sure he drew kind of okay, but it wasn't like but generally Shawn Michaels is considered to be kind of the lowest rated WWE champion of all time. Um, a lot of people will say, "Well, no, isn't Kevin Nash the lowest rating?" And well, yeah, I realize it sounds like bullshit, but even Nash will defend himself and say, "Well, actual reality between Shawn and Brett, the numbers were pretty low." Um, no, I am sure there is an argument to be made that really Nash was the lowest rated, but I think what it is Shawn. I think Vince's instincts on Shawn were correct first, which was he is the best heel. And actually, Shawn got mad at Vince because he was like, "I'm the best heel you've ever had. You don't have another heel." And actually, one of the things when he said that, that's actually true. Because I mean, think about it. I mean, really, other than Sid, there wasn't any other heel. And and then you could say, well, about Vader. Well, you know what happened with that? It was Shawn and Vader didn't get along, and Shawn didn't like how stiff Vader was, and and really it was a missed opportunity. If they had Shawn be the heel, it would have given more substance for Nash, you know, to work off of. You could have you could have Shawn actually like Foley, what are you doing? Foley. Oh no, I didn't even notice this last night. I think it was because I was too busy or something. Uh, the wonderful W2K. I have lots of like lectures on waypoints of NPC waypoints, and that ladder wasn't allowing them to like properly function at all, and but usually Undertaker would have just kind of broke the move, like if he takes too long, that there's like a kind of like a timer, depending how weak they are, but out there you actually saw a successful glitch. So now the Rock picking up for a backdrop there. I know you can say, oopsie doopsie. What happened? Well, see, I went to the other computer to check something, and this stupid piece of junk popped up. Literally no joke as soon as I left the room. Like, that's bullshit. I got so mad. This triggers me so much. So, that's like a controller, isn't it? Joe, yeah. I mean, have you ever seen Joe? Joe! What's a controller? Is it like the TV remote? Right? Right? Am I right? Joe, never mind. Mr. Pennypacker was right. You don't know anything about video games. It's a Saturday Ground tradition. The co-host knows nothing about video games. What's a video game? Oh boy. It's rare if we even use the word video anymore. I don't. You never think about that. I mean, people don't really say the words video anymore. They say words like TikTok and YouTube and things. They don't internet. They don't say video anymore. Now, I'm going to show you something how this game cheats. You notice that Steve Austin is grabbing the belt from the side there. That is never how that has ever worked. It's you gotta have the ladder in the middle of the ring. Because I know because it screwed me over more times than not. Look out for the ladder! they zoomed in on him like tearing off his elbow pad, and there was nobody there. It was kind of like, yeah, get this elbow pad off. It's restricting my blood flow. Oh my god! Oh my goodness! A yellow gun? Well, that'll guarantee no more WrestleMania appearances. Especially a man who has a bad neck. Taking a neck drop from the top of a ladder within the ring to the outside. There is no way to do that safely. Okay, be a little bit realistic. I don't really think I've ever seen that. I don't think two wrestlers would take a. Well, unless it's like an unsafe garbage promotion or something where they just like don't care about each other's health. They just care about driving the audience crazy. And which I'll mind you, the audience will actually get bored of that kind of content. That's sort of like you can actually be like, oh, a ladder, big deal, and that's the problem. That's why like Hell in a Cells, all that stuff should only be done either once a year or maybe even twice, only biannually. You know, maybe every 2 years or something like that. Just that way, it's like. Of course, it kind of helps too if to make sure that by the time you Vince or whoever decides to do a ladder match, that they don't go, well, we're trying to be like the new Walt Disney, and we're trying not to get in trouble anymore and stuff, so don't use any weapons, including a ladder, in a ladder match. So, so you were like researching stuff on AEW and stuff, and some of the stuff is very shocking. It's a lot more hardcore than I was expecting. I was expecting it being really no more different than WCW, and it must be kind of shocking for Shivani and Jim Ross. I mean, some of the stuff is way more hardcore than most Western stuff ever gets. I mean, ECW used to have barbed wire too, but it was usually always a special occasion. Oh, elbow drop. Oh, that's nice. I like when the computer uses the weapon. They actually use the weapon. I don't know. Maybe that's a bit purposeful why they don't use the weapons all the time. Sort of another Vince McMahon thing. Like don't have them use the weapons. So, and Cactus is going to get the belt because the AI has forgotten about the objective. And there we go. We got a happy ending. We got Cactus Jack winning. That's always the best moment, when Cactus Jack wins, that Mick Foley, Mankind, Dude Love, whatever. That's sort of like the real dreams are made of. Well, that's it for this show. We'll be back next week. Another show, another day, another game to play, which will probably be WWE 2K or WWE 2K23.